Welcome to Pardon My Imagination. I'm Imagination and you're the Imaginers. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Jasmine and welcome back if this is your second or third or however many times you clicked on my channel. Hello. Today, I'm going to be discussing all the books that I plan on reading with Princess over at Castle Library, my best friend. Check her channel out. We are doing a year-long buddy read. Last year in 2020, we actually buddy read, quotations on the buddy, read. Okay. Some books we successfully... Look, I'm calling us out, okay? I'm calling us out. We do it because we're best friends and we know, like, I'm not going to get mad if she didn't fucking read her pages. And she's probably not going to get mad if I go over my pages, which is normally what happened. Like, she didn't read her pages or I accidentally read ahead because I forgot what day we were on. So I was, like, literally an entire section ahead of her and she was just like, bro, what the fuck? And she said she was cool with it, but I know that she probably could have just been like, what the fuck, Jasmine? Like, why are you reading ahead? We're supposed to be buddies. We're doing better. We're doing better in 2020. But yes, I'm just going to be discussing all the books that we're going to be reading in 2021 as a buddy. So don't ask me to read because I'm already reading with somebody. At least these books. If you want a buddy read something else, totally down. Totally down. But yes, the first book that we're going to be buddy reading in January is going to be Ready Player 2. I'm so hyped. I didn't even know that there was a Ready Player 2 coming out. And I heard about it a couple months ago and I was like, mind blown. Mind blown. I'm so excited. I loved Ready Player 1. And if you didn't know what Ready Player 1 is about, sorry, I didn't mean to like snap my lips at you. But yes, if you didn't read Ready Player 1, it's essentially following this boy who is... What is he? He lives in this world where everything is, there's a virtual online and there's not a virtual online. And he's pretty much not popular. He does school online already. And this man who made this world, this virtual world, ends up dying and he had left Easter egg hunts. And whoever could discover all the Easter eggs, they got to win his, what's it called? Fortune. There it is. My fucking words, right? So whoever won or found all these eggs got to win. So he is one of the greatest he is a super great hacker. He's a teenager boy or whatever. And no one was able to crack one of the codes for this. And it's been years and years and years, and he finally cracks the code for one of them, and then after that, it's a race to the end. It's such a fucking great book. If you love 80s pop culture, you're going to love this book. You don't have to love, technology and all that stuff. And even if you don't like 80s pop culture, you're gonna love this book. I really enjoyed it. It was such a great read. And I'm so excited to getting to the second one. I want to know what the second one's about. And yeah, let's just move on to the next one. All right, the next book that we're going to be reading in February is We Free the Stars by Hafsah Faizal. So excited to get to this. This is the second book in the We Hunt the Flames series. I don't know if there's an actual series name for it, but the first book was We Hunt the Flame. We Hunt the Flame. And this book is following a girl named Zafira, and she is a huntress. And it is not really known it's pretty much taboo for women to be doing things that are set in male roles. This is also a heavily Muslim or Arabic influenced book. The author is obviously Muslim / Arabic. So there's another different culture, and if you don't know much about the culture, I have a actually tea time review video of it. I will have it linked up here and down in the description. Check it out. I have an in-depth description of this book, and I really, really enjoyed it. But it's following Zafira. She's living in this world. She's living in a world where there used to be magic, and then these three, I don't know if it was three, but there were these witches that had magic, and they fought this person, and magic was taken away, and now the land is dying. And Zafira is chosen to pretty much bring magic back. She is going to be following into a gang where there is a person that wants to kill her, and that is the Prince of the Kingdom. He is an assassin. There is my love and my all soft boy Altair. I love Altair so much. It is actually inspired, his name, I believe, and some of his characteristics are inspired by Assassin's Creed. So if you like Assassin's Creed, you're going to love this story. It is YA fantasy, so you should just definitely check it out. All right, next in March. Pretty much March, April, May, June, and July. We are finishing series around here, okay? That is all I'm saying. Me and Princess are going to be reading the rest of the Fallen Kingdom series by Morgan Rhodes. We both have read The Fallen Kingdoms. A couple months ago, in October, I read Rebel Spring, and I really enjoyed it. So for the month of March, we are going to be reading Rebel Spring. In April, we're going to be reading Gathering Darkness. In May, Frozen Tides. In June, Crystal Storm. And in July, Immortal Reign, ending off the series. There is a spin-off. We're not going to be reading that, but we're reading the main series. And this series is essentially following 3 kingdoms. And inside these kingdoms are obviously different. Royalty -1. It is following this girl named Chloe, who is in one kingdom. She's kind of that princess, the Diddy princess, that doesn't see anything outside of the palace. She doesn't see anything past. She thinks everything is flowers and rainbows outside of the palace. There's nothing wrong. And then she goes into the neighboring country, and the man, or not really the friend, we're going to say, he's going to call him a friend, but not really the friend, ends up murdering the brother of one of the other main characters, Jonas. And this pretty much explodes the 3 kingdoms into havoc. Jonas wants to seek revenge on Chloe because he believes that, she just wanted this to be done, and they are always shitting on us, and that's why we're poor, and they're living in this castle, and yada, yada, yada. And then you have the 3rd kingdom, where there is the Prince Magnus, who is the 3rd main character, and he is kind of the cold, kept prince who doesn't, want to talk to anyone. He doesn't have feelings for anyone, and the only person that he loves and wants to protect is his sister, Lucilia. Lucilia is the 4th main character. She has some things going on with her. You're also in a world where there used to be magic, and there is no more magic. And they want to find, I can't remember the name of it right now, but there's an item that they want to find to bring the magic back. And Lucilia has some things going on with her on that aspect. Chloe has some things going on with her. Chloe and Magnus are 2 of my favorite characters in the series so far. I'm really enjoying it. And if you haven't read the series already, I would definitely check it out. If you love political intrigue, you're going to love this. There's character development in it, especially just from the first book to the second book. There's so much character development in Chloe, and even in Magnus, and I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to actually finish this one out. All right, so in August and September, we are going to be reading Vicious and Vengeful by V.E Schwab. This was actually on my videos of series. I will have it linked up, but it was the series I want to finish in 2020. I didn't get around to them, and so I figured, hey, instead of trying to jam these 2 books into December, we were trying to come up with a list of books that we wanted to, and I said, hey, we read the first V.E Schwab together. Let's read this series, even though I have finished the Dark Shade of Magic series. And so we are going to be reading Vicious and Vengeful. If you don't know what Vicious and Vengeful is about, it's essentially following these 2 men that are battling each other, and they ended up finding a way to become immortal, and the way they had to become immortal, they had to die and come back to life, and that's when they got it. When they got immortality, they tried to battle. They pretty much were best friends and became, I don't want to say love versus hate, but it was like a love to hate situation. And now they are arch enemies. And they're battling with the good and evil and things like that. And that's kind of all I know about it. That's all I really want to know about it. It is a duology, so this won't be long. And I'm glad to be reading it with my best friend. All right, and the last series, if you didn't notice, we are reading series. So then we haven't read a single fucking standalone. But the last series that we're going to be reading for October, November, and December is The 100,000 Kingdoms, which is the first book. The Broken Kingdoms, which is the second book, and The Kingdoms of Gods, which is the third book. I do only own the first one, so I do plan on buying the second and the third one. But this is by N.K. Jemisin. I don't know really what this series is about. I just know that I have read 3 books by... No, actually, I've read 5. I read her Broken Earth series, or trilogy. I read that series. And then I read The City We Became, and I read How Long Till Black Future Month. So I've read 5 books by her. Yeah, I've read 5 books by her, and I have loved every single one of them. I've given every single one of her books 5 stars. I honestly, she is one of my favorite authors of all time, and that's saying a lot. But it's not, because it's N.K. Jemisin, and she's absolutely fabulous. So yeah, we're going to be reading the 100,000 Kingdom series. I am so excited to get to this series. Princess was definitely throwing shade at me because I was like, oh my god, we can read N.K. Jemisin together. And she was like, well, you already read all the N.K. Jemisin. And I was like, I didn't though. We can read this together. You know, I'm trying to butter her up because there were series that we talked about reading and I just read them. I'm obviously a bad best friend. Wow. But yes, anyways, these are all the books that we are going to be reading for the rest of the year, or for the year of 2021. I am so excited. It was really hard putting N.K. Jemisin at the end of the year. And you know, we can always move things around, but I'm really excited to be reading these with her because I know that these are all series that I already have invested time in and I really, really love. So I'm glad that I'm going to be reading series that I know I'm going to love. Minus Vicious and Vengeful. I don't really know. I have enjoyed V.E Schwab, so I'm pretty sure that I'm going to love these. I've heard nothing but great things about them. But I'm really excited to, you know, enjoy this experience with somebody else that also is going to love the shit out of these books with me. So that's really great. Alright, that is all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to check out my description where you can find easy ways to contact me, as well as all of the books and videos that I talked about. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if not, just imagine that you did and come back again. Until next time, keep imagining.